He says it was staged. He says it was an act. He says in the background there were things that were happening, not my words, but this guy words, okay? Let's take a listen on what exactly he is going to say. Who are we talking to, or who are we talking about? Very simple. Let me show you guys. Let's listen, and let's listen very carefully. Okay, let's go.
Can we start at that White House meeting? Because I'm so interested to know what you must have been thinking as you were watching that.
Well, I have a conspiracy theory about it. I think that there was a deal before the meeting happened. And I was looking at the posture of Donald Trump, how he humiliated the Canadian Prime Minister and the leader of Ukraine, Zelensky. And I was looking at how he really relates to everybody that doesn't play according to his tune. And how all of a sudden he changed, and we saw friendlier, smiling Trump. And so I said there's something that we are not being told about this whole gathering. And what happened after it confirms our suspicion that this was just a staged meeting to convince South Africans that the president can act in the best interest of the country, and that Trump can be reasonable and can be convinced about that there is no genocide. And so my view is that Trump, Elon Musk, and every American in 2025 know that there is no genocide, and that there is no massive confiscation of land and expropriation without compensation. They know that. They didn't need to be told by any person that there is no genocide. And at best, they would have been using that to anger for concessions from South Africa. And they want to expand their empire. And all of the guys around Donald Trump have had their fortunes improving tremendously after he was elected.
Even Trump himself.
Trump himself is much more richer now, and all of them. And clearly, Elon Musk wanted some foot into South Africa, and so that he can use that entry to walk all over the African continent, advancing his interest. Everything that Trump have been doing, bullying the people of Gaza, Palestine, arming Israel to flatten it and to destroy everything, to bomb schools, hospitals, to destroy infrastructure, to flatten homes and towns.
Okay, listen, guys. One of the things that I wanted to talk about here is the fact that, I'm happy that there is someone, who is not looking at this thing from the perspective of what you see, not what you see, what you hear, because people sometimes, people, guys, who are in politics, you must understand one thing. They have got powers and they've got some resources that they can use to read the behavior of the people, of the masses. That means they can be able to get someone who is a professional, who can read how people think, who can read how people behave, okay? And then they can maybe, use that to their advantage, right? Now, if you are going to be a person who is following politics and you are going to look at things from what you hear when the politicians are speaking, you will have a problem. You must also look at their behaviors, look at their body language when they are together, they are meeting and everything like that. Okay, we are not body language expert, but you can suspect. You can look at how a person is behaving, how a person is moving, how a person is interacting with the person, And Mr. Vavi did exactly what I did, which is to look at how the behavior was in terms of the body language. One, you can look at Trump when he was there, when he was sitting with Mr. Ramaphosa. You could tell, guys, that this guy is at a place where there is an agreement somewhere. I'm not saying it's there. We are speculating from whatever that we saw, but you can tell, guys, the way he was, his posture, as Mr. Vavi says, the posture that Mr. Trump had, you know, and you could tell that this thing, whatever that they did, because it's according to the diplomatic way of doing things. You go there in that office, you sit down, you talk, just like they did with the president of the Ukraine. You know, you do that, then you speak, and then you answer questions and everything. They had to do that, but according to what I saw there, and according to what I suspect that already there was something that was happening in the background. When Mr. President, Mr. Ramaphosa, went to America, I think already the deal was there. That is why then, when you come back to Parliament and you listen to Mr. Minister
directives, particularly because obviously, given the fact that the Gazette was last week and it generated a lot of coverage and publicity, the committee saw it fit that we are then invited. And members would recall that in the previous engagements that we've had with the committee, going as back as last year, we've indicated the efforts from the department side around the full recognition of equity equivalent investment programs in the ICT sector.
Of communication, you can tell that this thing has started long time ago. Long time ago. It was just a coming together of two presidents who have agreed that Starlink will come here. All right? I believe so, guys. I don't want to lie to you. I was listening to what they said. They played that. I would not be surprised if that video they play of Malema, of Mr. Malema there, whatever, it was just something that was going to derail people. Now people are focusing on me, Mr. Malema, and in Parliament, people are asking questions. Of course, parliamentarians, they will ask questions, but remember, it doesn't even make any difference even if they ask questions. If the deal is going on, if it's happening, it's happening. There's nothing they can do. You know, this is the way, guys, that people do things. They know how we behave. They know what things that we like. And they can use that to their advantage so that they derail us. Okay? All that drama of the playing of the video, genocide, they know exactly. Mr. Trump knows exactly. People of America knows exactly. All right? That there is no genocide. They know that there is crime in South Africa, just like in every country. Okay? Of course, in South Africa, it might be more, but it's not like, it's foreign thing. It's not like what is happening in South Africa with crime. It's something that is new. It's something that has never happened in any way. And I don't understand. But anyway, it's politics at the end of the day. Okay? But they know that there is no genocide. They know that there is no focus on white people, white whatever. If that was the case, it could have happened even more and more and more and more. Some of you might say, yeah, it will still happen. Nah, guys, trust me, it will not. Even if Mr. Zuma can take over and become a president of the country right now, I don't think it will happen. It has never happened. It will never happen. All right? Now, I believe that somewhere, somehow in the background, guys, there was something that was happening there. Okay, I will say this because it's a speculation. It's my opinion. I believe that there was something that was happening there. Okay, and a deal was struck. And I also was asking myself why the member of parliament from the ANC was asking the minister of communication.
So as a caucus of the ANC caucus in this portfolio committee, we were asked, and I whipped the ANC study group, I was asked for a public statement. I did not. We waited until yesterday until the leadership of the African National Congress had met, and I got a briefing. I wanted to know very clearly, was any deal cut in America by the leadership? And I've got a clear-cut clarity from the African National Congress that there was no deal cut clearing the path for any Starlink regulations, as the public is calling it. So very, very clear.
If there was any deal that was striked behind the scenes, okay, that question that was asked by an ANC member, it's a very red flag, if you may ask. Maybe they know things or they had things that we didn't know. And then maybe they went and asked the ANC, did you guys had an agreement with in the background that we don't know about? Because that guy did explain that, well, we spoke to the ANC people. We spoke to the leadership of the ANC. And then they said, and I'm not saying that we should take their word and say, well, because they said it, yeah, we will take it, okay? But he did say that they said, no, there was not deal in any way, okay? Remember, guys, that the government we have right now, it's a collision, okay? It's a GNU, as they call it, okay? That will mean the other party, because they've got their ministers, it's going to be easy for them to do things because they've got powers. Somehow in the ministries. That is why when I was playing Mr. Ndlela, do you remember Mr. Ndlela talking about the minister? Why did they make you a minister of communication? Because he was also speaking about this thing of they will use this thing against us, they will use this thing to track us, all that stuff of all these things, guys. Let me tell you something, guys, whether you like it or not, Mr. Trump is the president of the United States, and he is a businessman. All right? I don't care how you look at it. Don't look at him as a politician. He's not a politician. He's a businessman. It's all about deals. That is why when he became a president, he canceled a lot of things and started to make new deals. Because according to his eye, as a businessman, whatever deals that were made in America, whatever, they were bad deals for America. And you cannot blame him. And when you look at our President Ramaphosa, he's a businessman. All right? Yes, politician, whatever. We can give him the benefit of the doubt in terms of the politician, politics, because he was there when Mandela came out and then he became whatever and then he went off and then became a businessman. But he's also a businessman. He doesn't only look at politics or look at things with an eye of a politician only. He also looks at it as in a business way. He looks at things business-wise. Do you think that is why Trump was happy that Ramaphosa was there? Because Ramaphosa is a businessman. Mr. Ramaphosa is a businessman. Two businessmen meeting. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be about a deal. It's going to be what are we going to benefit. It's all about the other person will look for themselves. Americans, the president of the America, he made it very clear, all right, from the beginning of everything, when he became a president again. He said this is going to be about America. Cancel everything and we're going to make deals that are going to support us. Okay, now Mr. Vavi has a point here. All right, now remember that he actually said that my theory or my conspiracy theory tells me that was an act. That was just an act in public and everything, but there was a deal behind. Unfortunately, we will never know, guys. We will never know the 100% truth of saying there was a deal. One day, some years ago, maybe it will come out. But we will not be there, obviously, some of us. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what do you think about that. Put it in the comments and tell me what do you think about what Mr. Vavi said and what do you still think about what happened, ladies and gentlemen, between Trump and Ramaphosa and stuff like that. What happened, okay? Now, obviously, some of us, maybe we are tired of the topic, but please, guys, tell me what do you think. Please comment. Think and comment. Tell me what do you think about what Mr. Vavi said. Was this a deal that was tried behind the scenes? Okay? And also, you can tell me what do you think, whether yes, it was. And if it was, tell me why do you think it was. And if it was not, tell me why you think it was not. Because the Minister of Communication did say that this thing started a long time ago. This thing of Starlink and everything. Okay? Let me tell you guys as I close, okay? There is no way, and I repeat, there is no way, there is no any other country that will allow a first wealth or the number one wealth person or the number one rich person, a billionaire, trillion, whatever he is, okay, to just come in their country, and then after coming in their country with a big thing, which is Starlink, that is going to give a nice internet, they will just chase them away. Especially when it comes to our country, our South African country, we've been crying about the internet. We complain every day when we go live, complain every day when we watch videos. It stops, it goes, it stops. Now, there is no, like, if a person like that comes to your country and they say, we've got a deal for you guys, we've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, some of you, maybe you don't know what is the gripe between the Starlink thing, okay, and South Africa. The gripe here, it is about the BEE thing. A lot of people are fighting that the minister or the government of South Africa, they have done something that they should have not done, which is to overlook the BEE rules or the BEE laws. That means they made a hole, or they created something that is going to accommodate, so that it accommodates Starlink. Okay? A lot of people are fighting against that. So now, I have said, I made a video about the guy who was talking about or against the PEE, saying the PEE was not good. The PEE, even though it was PEE, but it was benefiting some people. Now, the Starlink, guys, in as much as when we think about it, it's a good idea, it's a good thing for South Africa, but the way it was done, the way it was put in, the way it was put in like from the back door, didn't come from the front. They didn't talk to us. We didn't know what was happening. All right? So that is the gripe. Okay? It is a good thing, the Starlink. Okay, I know that sometimes it might be a bad thing when it comes to countries, you know. They might use it against us. They might use it to track. They might use it to track our things. They might block us. Maybe if they want to do anything, you know. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the internet, it's going to be a good thing. But the way they did it was bad. They should have come forward. I don't think a lot of people would have rejected it. Do it according to the law. Do it accordingly. All right? And if we reject it, we reject it. There's nothing we can do. One day, maybe things will change. But we can't force things on people. It's just disrespect, guys. I'm very sorry for saying that, but it's disrespect. You just do things and we just see by the media, we just see things happening in the media and we see there is a fight, but the main thing is the Starlink thing. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Like the video, you can like, you can subscribe, you can do what you have to do. Most of all, please comment. Don't do anything without commenting. You can like it and subscribe, but please say something. I'll be waiting for you. Have a fantastic day. This guy, I am out.